Around the Department of Defense this week. This is your DoD Weekly News Recap.
Advancing and Defending. I'm Marine Corporal Marcus Alvarado, and this is your DoD News Weekly Recap. A Defense Department expert says artificial intelligence tools will give the U.S., its allies, and partners advantages on the battlefield. Air Force Lieutenant General Jack Shanahan, director of the Joint Artificial Intelligence Center, said AI will expedite and better inform battlefield decisions. Not only that, it will reduce the risk of casualties and collateral damage. Speaking at the Atlantic Festival's Military Readiness in the Age of AI event in Washington, Shanahan said artificial intelligence will begin to be used in warfighting operations within the next 2 years. The general said it's important for DoD to inform the public about AI's importance to national security. He said the policies are needed to ensure the use of AI is transparent and ethical, and that humans are always in control. Ships, aircraft, and personnel from Japan's Maritime Self-Defense Force, the Indian Navy, and the U.S. Navy are participating in Exercise Malabar 2019 off the coast of Japan, which began this week. Exercise participants will conduct subject matter expert and professional exchanges and train in combined operations such as submarine familiarization, surface and anti-submarine warfare, damage control, maritime patrol and reconnaissance, medical, helicopter, and search and seizure operations. The hospital ship USNS Comfort left Grenada after completing its 7th medical mission in Central America, South America, and the Caribbean. The mission was part of the U.S. Southern Command's Enduring Promise Initiative. During the Comfort's 6-day medical mission in St. George's, Grenada, 800 medical professionals from the Navy, Air Force, Army, and Public Health Service worked alongside professionals from 8 partner nations. The group provided care for more than 5,000 patients at 2 shore-based medical sites. They also performed 96 surgeries aboard the ship. Comfort's Navy and civilian engineers provided a Grenadian hospital with cylinders of oxygen for patients. They also worked with hospital staff to repair the facility's oxygen generation plant, which had been operable for about 2 years. The Undersecretary of Defense for Policy says China is the greatest long-term threat to the U.S. way of life and also poses the greatest challenge to the Defense Department. During a panel discussion at the Center of European Policy Analysis Forum in Washington, Undersecretary John Rood said China is starting to develop overseas military bases, overseas intelligence collection locations, and in the last 10 years, the U.S. has witnessed a 750% growth in China's defense spending. The Pentagon's policy chief said, "We have to be serious about protecting this international rules-based order, protecting free trade, protecting the free movement of ideas, and the role of individual society." That's your DoD News Weekly Recap. I'm Marine Corporal Marcus Alvarado. You can find more stories about your military at defense.gov and by using #KnowYourMil.